final later on tomorrow. But for 23, Nigeria, the Ghanaians. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. It's venue for the finals of the Africa Games Accra 2023 Women's Football Edition. It's Ghana versus Nigeria. One of the biggest rivalries in world football comes alive in the central regional capital of Cape Coast in Ghana as the two teams lock on. It's basically a repetition of the Wafu Zone B inaugural competition played last year in Ghana, where Ghana's Black Princesses beat the Falconers. It's perfect time for the Nigerians to revenge, but the Queens are bent on repeating what they did last year. My name is Nana Dakwa Jesse. I'm your commentator alongside Rosalind Amu for this evening's big one here in Cape Coast.
Yes, I mean, it couldn't have been a more befitting final than we have this evening. When you talk about women's football on the continent, it's always Ghana versus Nigeria. And we always say that there is no child's play or there is no friendly. Even if it's a friendly game, the hostilities are as different. And this evening, look at the crowd. Nana, look at the Cape Coast Stadium, filled to capacity, electrifying. And I think that it doesn't lack any of the ingredients that would serve a very good menu for the final.
All is set for the big game. Women's football at the Accra 2023 Africa Games comes to an end today with the host nation Ghana hoping to make it a host and win as they come up against Nigeria, who are the defending champions of this women's football category of the African Games. They won it the last time in Morocco, and they are bent on repeating it once again here in Ghana. Whether they can or not, only time will tell. Of course, the Black Princesses of Ghana in their white and black jerseys, the Nigerians have also showed up in their traditional green jerseys here in Cape Coast.
In the history of women's football at the under-20 level, this is the in a final game apart from the Wafu Zombi, and this is the third time that Coach Basigi is coming up against Nigeria.
Let's observe the national anthems of the two teams. It's time for Nigeria's anthem. The national anthem of Nigeria gone by. It's time for the national anthem of Ghana. And the rapturous applause from the fans tells it all in terms of the expectations. National anthem of Ghana. Yesterday, Nigeria had the last laugh in the women and men 4x100 relay by beating the Ghanaians to the gold medal. Ghana clinched silver in the men's category of the 4x100 relay, and Nigeria clinched gold.
And Nana, it's instructive. They had come here saying that they had come to right the wrong Ghana caused them in Abuja in 2003. And so yesterday when they won, I mean, you could imagine the joy among the Ghanaians and the Nigerians. And you know the painful thing? The Nigerians won by a micro 2 seconds.
Let's go through the lineup of the Ghanaians. That's Afi Amenyeku, the #1 shot stopper for Ghana in post. There's Opoku at right back, Abiba and Hana Nyami in central defense. And there's also the left back, Comfort Yeboah at left back, Asana Al-Hassan, Mefia Nyami, as well as the leading striker, Mukarama Abdullahi. That's the Nigerian lineup. Familiar faces. Chioma Olise, the main girl they'll be looking up to this evening, is lining up. Philomena Yina is also in there as well. Shukurat Oladipo alongside Oladaji. So the Nigerians have not made so many changes to the team that qualified them to the finals. And it's time for the two captains to go for the toss of coin. Nigeria, captained by the ever-present Alani, who has been instrumental for them throughout the competition. Ghana this evening is captained by Afi Amenyeku, the Ghanaian goalkeeper, who is getting to change where the Ghanaians have already positioned themselves. What it means is that Ghana will have to switch to the other side of the field after the toss of coin is done, Rosalind.
Yes, and there hasn't been much changes in Basige's final lineup either. He has opted to start Abena Noma Opoku instead of Pfizer Issa because Pfizer had a yellow card the last time, and I'm sure he doesn't want to risk it. Maybe he knows that she may get a red card and it could affect the psychic of the team.
It's amazing how the fans have turned up for this evening's game. It's an almost full to capacity stadium here in Cape Coast.
I have said that Cape Coast has earned the plaudits for being the home of women's football in recent times. They show up. The guys from Castle Hayford, and today the National Supporters Union have also come there in their red, gold, and green colors to add color to the scene. I mean, Nana, the mission is to win gold on home soil. And no better way to do it than playing against your bitterest rivals on the subcontinent, sub-region Nigeria. I mean, they haven't met. Surprisingly, in the whilst the senior sides have met for umpteen times, at the under-20 level, they haven't met. This is only the third time that they are meeting, and in both occasions, I think Ghana prevailed.
All is set for the kickoff. Referee Geraldine Conan will get us going for this evening's game anytime soon. Referee Geraldine Conan is an Ivorian, assisted by Sakina Amidou Alpha from Niger, as well as Rwandan Alice Umutesi. Kickoff time, Mukarama Abdullahi, she was booed, and later the fans came to love her back because she proved them wrong with her scoring ability. She's going to get us going here in Cape Coast. Ghana versus Nigeria.
Now let's look at how they got to the finals from this competition. I mean, to start with, CAF decided that this was going to be preparation for the teams that have qualified for the Under-20 Women's World Cup. Ghana, Nigeria, among the three teams that have qualified. Morocco are also in there. And so when they came up, Ghana was drawn in Group A alongside Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda. Nigeria was drawn in Group B alongside Morocco and Senegal. Niger didn't show up. And from the group, Nigeria topped, beating Senegal 4-0 and then Morocco 2-0 in the group stages. And then they beat Uganda 2-0 in the semi-finals. Ghana, on the other hand, started on a very dicey note, winning by a slim margin 1-0 against Ethiopia. And then they beat Tanzania 2-1, coming from behind. And then they finished it up with a 1-1 draw against Uganda. And then when they met their nemesis Senegal, they unleashed a 3-1 beating.
So the stage is set for a big game. None of these teams really dropped their guard in the beginning stages of in the finals. It's a throw for Nigeria. Oladeji to take the throw for Nigeria. Amenyeku's clearance away for Ghana. Not too sure whether Nyami gave a good pass to a goalkeeper on that occasion. Yena. Here's Nigeria's Choma Olise. Headed away by Ghana's Hannah Nyami in central defense.
History beckons and awaits either side tonight. Should Nigeria win, they become the first women's football team or country to retain gold in women's football. Should Ghana win, Princesses become the first team in the history of the game to win bronze and gold at different competitions. But the man, Yusuf Basigi, this evening would be celebrated as an African.
Chance for Nigeria moving into Ghana territory. Cross comes in, but it's blocked. Looked like a dangerous tackle. Referee eventually spots there was an infringement, and decision has gone against the Ghanaians. Free kick for Nigeria. It was Ghana's left back, Opoku, who went in with a tackle. It was a late challenge. Good call. Nigeria have a free kick just around the 18-yard box of Ghana. Chioma Olis says, lines up alongside Victoria Alani, the captain of the side. She's left it for Chioma to take. Chioma scored in the 4-0 win over Senegal in the group stages. She's lined up to take the free kick from the right-hand side. It's got to be a left-footed in-swinger. I guess it's going direct at the goalkeeper. Chioma bends one, but it is get into the box. It goes onto the roof of the goalpost for a goal kick. Amponsa, she wins the throw-in for Ghana. Anoma Opoku to take. The Ivorian referee is whistling for the throw-in to be retaken. Alani to take the throw-in. She finds Chioma. Back to Alani. Ghana eventually gets the throw-in. Good effort coming from Asana Al-Hassan.
Midfield. And so anytime they have their midfields clicking better, you see them getting better in front of the attack. This evening, they have opted to also use their flanks. And we wait to see who would be the first person to break the deadlock.
It's 5 minutes already in Cape Coast. There's the African Games Accra 2023 Women's Finals. Ghana nil, Nigeria nil. Two big forces in African football renewing their rivalry at the African Games. Interestingly, tomorrow, the men's senior teams will be playing in a friendly in Marrakech, Morocco, as part of the FIFA 3 days for international friendlies.
There is no end in sight for Ghana-Nigeria clashes.
Absolutely.
I mean, wherever they go, they seem to be meeting up. And it's always something else. This afternoon, at the volleyball court,
Nigeria trying to put some pressure on the Ghanaians. Hannah Nyami had to come in to stop the run from Lovett Ede. It's a venue where a couple of years ago Ghana beat Nigeria to win the WAFU championship. It's a foul for Nigeria. Blessing Okpe brought down by Ophelia Mponsa, and Ophelia is livid. She disagrees with the call of the referee, but it stands. She caught the right leg of the Nigerian, and there's no questions about the decision taken by referee Gerardine.
but the Ghanaians should be careful the way they are causing fouls within their final third and in their goal area, because you can't be doing that against a Nigerian side that is clinical and finished. They have the experience and the exposure. They better watch it so that they don't get penalized for it.
Captain Alani to take the free kick for Nigeria. Victoria Alani swings one in straight to Ghana's goalkeeper, Afi Amenyaku. Ghana loses possession, ball forced to Chioma Olise. Nigeria looking very comfortable on the ball at this stage. Here is Chioma. It's a long drive from afar, and Amenyaku is right alert and grabs it for Ghana.
The Ghanaians are yet to settle into this game. We haven't seen them make a single incursion in the goal area of the Nigerians. And that is worrying, but unfortunately, that has been their trend at this competition. Save the game against Senegal that we saw them starting on a high pressing note. The previous games at the group stages, they were always caught, on the fringes, and they had to always fight from behind to equalize. And so they would have to be very careful. If they want to win this game within regulation time, they would have to take the game to the Nigerians.
Absolutely. Here the Nigerians come. Chioma. Good player from the Ghanaian, Anoma Opoku. Mukarama is interested in the chase, but ball comes to Captain Victoria Alani. Nigeria's Yina. Philomena Yina. Alani. Good passing together by the Nigerians. Blessing Okpe down the right side for Nigeria. She's looking for options, but the idea was good, but the execution unable to find Lovett Ede. But Ghana and Nigeria will be representing Africa at the next FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Colombia. The Black Princesses and the Falconets have got a responsibility to make Africa proud.
Yes, and they'll be joined by Morocco and Cameroon, who will be making their debut, while Nigeria will be making their 11th appearance at that World Cup in Colombia. The Princesses will be making their 7th appearance at the World Cup.
And Mukarama steals possession. She goes down. Free kick against Nigeria's Philomena Yina. Mukarama was relentless. She knew she was going to get the ball, but it was Mefia Nyame who stepped up to win the ball for Ghana. So this way, Mukarama decided to charge, and Nyame came in, won the ball, got fouled by the Nigerian number 10. Free kick for Ghana. Tracy Chum, she's already been on the score sheet in this tournament for Ghana. She steps up for the free kick she scored against Tanzania in that 2-1 win for Ghana. And she's lined up for this free kick again, Tracy Chum.
She also scored in the 3-1 win against Senegal. And she's among the top scorers in Africa during the under-20 qualification. She had 4 goals to her name. And this evening, she's still on call. Will she convert this one?
Only time will tell. The Real Sociedad ladies player lines up to take this one. She sends one in, tricky one, and it goes out for a goal kick. Not a bad attempt from Tracy Chum. Nearly took the Nigerian goalkeeper, Faith Omalina, by surprise. The handball against Ghana.
This evening, Ghana has an attacking quartet. Tracy Chum, Ophelia Sewan Ponsa, Mefia Nyame, and Mukarama Abdullahi. Coach Basigi deploying Mukarama as a decoy. And so she probably will be looking as if she is leading the attack. But her role is to ensure that she attracts all the attention to herself so that the others who find themselves in a better scoring position will finish the job.
That's the earlier free kick from Tracy Chum. That was close, not too far away from target. Alani's throwing. The Nigerian captain is weighing up a cross. She sends one that disappointingly goes out for a goal kick.
Poor direction.
Here's Hannah Nyame. Sends one in. Here is Nwosu, but Ghana recovers well in defense. Good play from Abiba Issa. Here is Ophelia Mponsa. Mukarama beaten in the air. Abiba once again to the rescue of the Ghanaians. Header down, not working for Ghana's Belin Yeboah. Here is Tracy Chum. Goes back to Comfort Yeboah. She's lost possession. The Nigerians take over now. She's struggling and she's lost the ball to Judith Oka. Eventually bringing down Judith Oka. It's a free kick. Foul committed by Ghana's Comfort Yeboah.
This is a real final. A real final showdown.
A final that has the trappings of a rivalry, a trappings of a grudge match, and nobody in the mood to drop their guards.
Not at all. The last time they met at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, it ended 1-1 in the final of the WAFU, but the Ghanaians prevailed, winning on penalties.
Nigeria's free kick is taken and Ghana deals with it. Mukarama fights for the ball, but she's always going to struggle in that aerial tussles with Oladeje and Nancy Akinwa. Here is Mukarama. Lovely play from Mukarama. Can she turn a decent cross? It is still Mukarama for Ghana. She's got contention from Oladipo. And Mukarama wins the corner for Ghana. Oladipo is protesting, but assistant referee stands by her decision.
That is the real serious attack that the Ghanaians have launched against the Nigerians. The first corner they have, will they be able to make something out of it?
Mukarama Abdullahi, the star girl of the Ghana team, she's been at the receiving end.
She has warmed her way into the hearts of the Ghanaians.
They
saw her in 2017 when she went for the Under-17 Women's World Cup. But against Ethiopia, they thought she wasn't good enough.
Corner taken by Amponsa. There's a chance in the box of the Nigerians, but here the goal away from Ghana. Philomena Yina. Ball is cleared back by Ghana's Comfort Yeboah, only to be collected by Nigeria's Fit Omalina. Omalina's delivery. Comfort Yeboah in a tussle for the ball with Judith Oka. Nigeria number 9 Oka has gone down. Was looking for the foul. Referee insists it should be a throw-in. It's the finals of the Africa Games 2023 Women's Football. Ghana and Nigeria renewing their rivalry once again.
Besides the gold medal that will add to your medal haul, there is also the bragging rights.
Absolutely.
Of who is better. I mean, if you have no stake in this one, you can relax and enjoy a good game of football. But if you do have a stake, I'm sure you'll be sitting on tenterhooks.
Navy moment. If you are a fan of either of the two years, Mukarama, she's been to it nicely by the Nigerian Oladeji. Abiba is chasing for Ghana. Her goalkeeper, she sends the ball away. Mefia Nyame loses control, but it's a very bad tackle from the Ghanaian attacker. Referee Geraldine is asking Nyame to calm down. There's a harsh challenge on Nigeria's Blessing Okpe. 5 fouls committed by Ghana, 2 committed by Nigeria. Ghanaians getting very, very aggressive this evening.
That is a surprise, because usually you would find the tables turning and the Nigerians the more aggressive side. But that should tell you the stake. Nana, that should tell you the stake.
Very high stakes here in Cape Coast. Here is Nigeria's Oladipo. Mukarama takes possession for Ghana and finds Tracy Chum. Chum sends one inside. Stopped by Oladipo once again for Nigeria. Throw in for Ghana. Yeboah's throwing. She finds Yeboah. Mukarama has been obstructed. She was waiting for the referee's whistle. Referee not interested. Abnanoma is a poor pass from Abna. Nigeria takes over now. Yina, Philomena Yina is trying to weave her way through the Ghanaian midfield. The Ghanaians are finding it difficult to string their passes together.
They need to communicate. They should just take it easy. And understandably, you can see Basigi yelling out instructions to his girls. They need to take it easy and calm down. I mean, there is still more time to go. You can't be playing like that, otherwise you get punished.
Here's Mefia Nyame trying to find her strike partner, but is a poor touch from Tracy Chum. She just couldn't sort out her feet well. 20 minutes in Cape Coast. African Games Accra 2023 Women's Football Finals. Ghana 0, Nigeria 0.
Who is going to go home with the gold?
Only time will tell. 70 more minutes to go. It could travel into penalty shootout. It could be anybody's game.
But this man in your shorts, Basigi, stands on the threshold of history. The first coach to win gold in 2 different African games, should it go Ghana's way tonight. In 2015, against all odds, he beat Cameroon to win that gold in Congo Brazzaville.
That was at the senior level with the Black Queens.
With the Black Queens. Yeah.
There's a poor clearance from Ghana's centre-back, Hannah Nyame. She was under pressure from Nigeria's Judith Oka. So Nigeria have a throw-in inside Ghana's area. Both coaches, Danjuma and Basigi, have carved a niche for themselves as far as women's football coaching on the continent is concerned. They've done remarkably well in the last couple of years. Abiba for Ghana. Here is Mukarama Abdullahi. Good hold-up play from Mukarama. She still hangs on, but whistle goes in favor of Ghana because there was an earlier foul. Referee overlooked because Ghana had the advantage, but she had to recall because Ghana had lost possession. Hassan Al-Hassan Zerevre. Nigeria take over. Blessing Okpe. Ball cleared away by Abiba. It's a late tackle on Nigeria's Oladeje. Mefia Nyame was the one who went in with a late tackle.
It tells you how anxious the Ghanaians are to stop the Nigerians. But I think that they need to be careful.
A chance for Nigeria. What a mistake from Ghana's goalkeeper, Afi Amanyaku. She's basically gifted Nigeria the opening goal. What a howler. How did she do that in an epic game like this? Nigeria in the lead against Ghana in Cape Coast. It's Ghana 0, Nigeria 1, and she's got herself to blame. Let's see how it happened. Long ball taken by Nigeria's Oladipo. This was harmless. She handled it, she left it, and Nigeria score. The opening go through. Love it. Ede.
You realize that a similar foul was committed, a similar mistake was committed in the game against Uganda in the final group game. I mean, these are the kind of things you do and you get punished for it. And moments ago, we were just talking about the need for them to watch it. They shouldn't be playing around their goal area at all because you can't do that against a clinical side like Nigeria.
So Lovett scores her first goal in the competition, and it couldn't come at any time than the finals. It's Nigeria up by 1-0 against Ghana. The Falconets in the lead against the Princesses of Ghana. 24 minutes in Cape Coast. Free kick for Nigeria. The Ghanaian goalkeeper will be looking back and asking herself why she gave that away. It was very easy to give away that ball. Now, let's see how the Ghanaians react after gifting Nigeria the opening goal. Judith Ede's header, but this time is not beating Amenyeku. Mukarama goes down from the challenge of Nigeria's Philomena Yina. Free kick for Ghana.
On 2 occasions in this game, Ghana has had to come from behind to win or equalize. In the in the second game against Tanzania, the Tanzanians took the lead before they came to equalize and score 2-1. And then in the game against Uganda, they had to come from behind to equalize 1-1. So let's see how they do.
You don't always get lucky when you concede. Nigeria were trying to make a move. It was delighting Wasu, but she's stopped by Ghana's defense. Referee, so far, 25 minutes. She's been able to stand by authority in the game. Throw in for Nigeria. Alani's throwing intercepted. Loud noise in the stands. The Ghanaian fans are not giving up. Turned up in Cape Coast to support the Falconets. Miscommunication between Lovett Ede and Judith Oka. Here is Mukarama Abdullahi for Ghana. She's all alone. She wants support. Good run from Ghana's Ophelia Amponsan. She gets a throw in from the boot of Nigeria's captain, Victoria Alani. Abna Poku's throw in cleared away. Another throw in for Ghana's Black Princesses. Judith Oka. Ball cleared away by Captain Alani. Abnanuma Opoku. That's what to find. Al Hassan. Nyame is trying to flick one on for Chum, but it's cleared away by Oladipo for Nigeria. Here is Philomena Yena. Ball is cleared back by Ghana's Belinia Boa. Mayfair Nyame, not on the same page with Mukarama, as Nigeria's captain won't allow the ball to roll out for a throw-in. Ampunsao finds Mukarama. Can Ghana get an equalizer? Here is Mukarama, and Ghana nearly finding the back of the net, but
Tracy, what a miss.
Unable to score.
What a miss from Tracy Chum.
That was very close for the Ghanaians.
The best chance you could ever have.
It was a good run from Mukarama. Relentless movement. Ghana still chasing the equalizer. Judith Oka up against Ghana's Comfort Yeboah. Nigeria in possession, Blessing Okpe. She's looking for options, but it seems her outstretched arm caught the face of Ghana's Abna Anuma Opoku. That's the earlier build-up. Good run from Mukarama. She did well to control the ball. She was trying to cut back, but Tracy unable to connect it. She did all she could, only to be denied by the woodwork. Good chance, Ghana begging. Nigeria left off the hook. Not too sure she made the needed contact pace of the Ghanaian Opoku. There's water break here. At the football women's tournament at the ongoing Africa Games in Accra, Ghana. Nigeria in the lead. Ketsi Lovett Ede, after the Ghanaian goalkeeper Afia Manyaku made a terrible mistake that the Nigerians took advantage. Yusuf Basigi would take the opportunity of the water break to issue out instructions for a possible equalizer before halftime.
Unfortunately, that was a chance Ghana begging. And the princesses would have to find another strategy or look forward to another opportunity as golden as they had to be able to equalize. You can't be missing such chances when you are already trailing against a side like Nigeria. When it comes to under 20, they are the best on the continent. They have been to the World Cup several times. They've even gone to win medals. And so you can't be doing this. Unfortunately, Tracy has been guilty. All games at this competition, we've seen them miss some glorious chances, but they always somehow redeem themselves and score. So you can't blame them too much. Let's hope that the story will be the same for them this evening.
The Ghanaians will be hoping they equalize, the Nigerians will open. They double their lead and go on to win the competition. Injury concern for Ghana's central defender, Abiba Issa, after this collision with Nigeria's striker, Judith Oka. Judith is very strong, and Abiba must have been caught by that late challenge from the Nigerian striker. Nigeria, defending champions from the last edition of the African Games in Rabat, Morocco. They won gold coming into this competition as defending champions. They are aiming to rewrite history. Twice runners-up at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in 2010 and 2014. The Nigerians have an impeccable record both on the global stage and on the continent. Mukarama for Ghana. Tracy has missed again. Comfort Yeboah to take the throw in for Ghana. There's a foul for the Black Princesses. Ghana's Mefia Nyami winning the free kick for the Princesses.
I can see Comfort behind the ball. And she had a chance at the CAF Champions League, and she made a goal out of it. Will she be able to do that again in this game?
The Blackwa ladies player has really improved. She's one of the most improved female players on the local scene. She's behind it. I've seen Abiba Issa also showing interest. It very much looks like it's Comfort Yeboah to take it. There's Mukarama, Tracy, and the rest in the 18-yard box. A chance Mukarama heads the ball down, but nobody to the end of. And Mukarama knows that she did all she could. There should have been somebody to connect that one after she nodded the ball down from Yeboah's free kick. Referee Geraldine Conan has halted play. The Nigerian goalkeeper, Faith Omalina, goes down, and Geraldine Conan is asking for some attention. That's the earlier free kick from Comfort Yeboah onto the head of Mukarama. You're expecting that the Ghanaians will be, around lurking and hoping to connect, but Tracy was missing in action.
They were all there.
They
were all there, but I think they were caught ball watching. They were hoping the header would have gone in, but that is how come it is said that in the opponent's goal area, you are 110% alert.
35 minutes in Cape Coast. Nigeria lead Ghana 1-0 in the women's tournament at the Africa Games 2023. Nigeria's Faith Omalina gets up on her feet. She's been encouraged by her captain, Victoria Alani, to get on her feet to push the team forward. Olade just throwing. Mayfia Nyame flex it back. Abiba Isa clears it back for Ghana. Anuma Opoku trying to string the passes together with Amponsa. Mukarama loses possession. Here is the goal scorer for Nigeria, Lovett Ede. She was trying to squeeze 1 through 4 in Waso, but she loses possession, no foul. Nancy Okinwa is getting very physical at this point. Ghana gets the foul, but Nigeria's Philomena Yina is complaining. She stayed down. Referee's calling for the Nigerian medical team to attend to her. Very physical contest. So the Nigerian number 10, Philomena Yina, is limping off. At the moment, Nigeria will play with a numerical disadvantage, at least for now, before she returns after this free kick is taken. It's Ghana's Hassan Al Hassan to take. Hassana sends one into the Nigerian 18-yard box. It's headed back in Wasu. Cleared away by Yina. This time, Nigeria will get the advantage and the decision goes against Ghana. Basigi has barely taken a seat in this evening's game.
How do you stay calm? How do you take your seat when your side is trailing? And your mission to win gold on home soil seem to be in jeopardy.
The host and win under severe 38 minutes. Nigeria lead Ghana 1-0 in Cape Coast. Here is Ophelia and Ponsan for Ghana. Nigeria take possession. Blessing Okpe. Comfort Yeboah. Heads it down, but it's straight to Lovett Ede. She sends one. It's tricky, but this time, Afi Amenyaku would not be beaten. She's alert this time. The build-up from the Ghanaians at the back seems to be too casual, giving up possession to Nigeria so easily. Here is Mayfia Nyame. Good play from the Ghanaian number 18, but the ball had already rolled over the line. It's a throw-in against Mayfia Nyame. She's got no business protesting. It had already gone outside the line.
It's interesting how players would always want to take advantage of such, I mean, it was clearly over the line, but she thought she had played it backing, and so she wanted to go run with it, but the assistant referee was right there on the spot, and she made a right call.
Nigeria stringing passes together. Chioma Olise trying to put one through for Blessing Okpe. Good defensive play from Ghana's Hannah Nyame. She had to be on guard, Hannah Nyame. She gets a high five from Opoku. Is offside against Nigeria's goal scorer Lovett Ede. It's 40 minutes, 5 more minutes before the break. Ghana 0, Nigeria 1. That's the earlier pass from Nigeria's captain Alani to Okpe that resulted in the offside decision. Hannah Nyame sends a long one in. Mukarama is the target. She's been beaten to it by Oladipo. The last time the two teams competed for a trophy, the game had to be decided on a penalty shootout. Ghana eventually emerged winners 3-1 after they failed to cancel each other during regulation time. 5 minutes before the break, Nigeria hanging on to the lead. Here is Okpe. Back to Alani. Here's Yina. Okpe unable to control. Ghana gets the advantage. Abnanu Maopoku winning the throw-in for Ghana. Yeboah to her namesake, Comfort Yeboah. There's a foul against Nigeria. The referee says the ball was rolling. It has to be stable before the free kick is taken. Comfort Yeboah to take. Ghana have 4 minutes to get back into the game. There's a chance, but the ball goes out for a goal kick. Ophelia Mponsa was lurking, but failed to make the needed contact. Here is Mefia Nyame, not on the same page with Amponsa. Ball goes out for a goal kick. They seem to be in a hurry to get things done. The Ghana front three, Nyame, Mukarama, and then Amponsa.
You can't blame them. You can't blame them. Even though Ghana is ahead in terms of possession, they seem not to have been able to unlock the Nigerian defense. And so they trail. But you can't blame them when they are in a hurry to score because they are trailing 1-0.
Hana Nyame, clever defensive play. Here comes Anuma Opoku. She gives the ball away. Here is Nigeria's goal scorer, Lovet Ede. She goes down from the challenge of Abna Anuma Opoku.
She made a clean clearance. She threw herself in the way. She threw herself in the way.
No questions about that. Opoku made a clean clearance. It was a Nigerian lady, Lovet Ede, who rather got into her way, and she's yellow carded. She gets a yellow card, the Nigerian goal scorer, Lovet Ede. 1 minute away from the break. Nigeria hanging on to Lovet Ede's opening goal from that howler from the Ghana goalkeeper, Afia Menyaku. One that she want to hurriedly forget as Ghana chase the equalizer. It's Nigeria who are attacking now. Alani's throwing. Ball allowed to travel outside by Hassan Al-Hassan for a goal kick to Ghana. Poor pass from Anuma Opoku. Nigeria have possession. Here is Lovet Ede, the goal scorer. She sends one, but it's disappointing and it's a goal kick. We're doing 3 additional minutes. 45 minutes up already in Cape Coast. It's Ghana 0, Nigeria 1.
Maybe they have seen that Afi has not been able to make first grabs of her ball, and so now they would want to try from all angles. And so that is how come you see her there trying to try the long shots.
Oladeji to take the throw in for Nigeria. Here is Inwasu. They are aiming at Judith Oka, but ball rolls outside under the guidance of Comfort Yeboah. Your boy is struggling to get her passes right. She's beaten to the ball by Inwosu. The Nigerians racing for it. Lovett Ede, the goal scorer. She was trying to put one through for Blessing Okpe, but ball goes outside. She's on a yellow card, and she's the scorer of the Nigerian goal.
What a record this evening.
Poor control from Ghana's Ophelia Ponsan, gifting Nigeria possession. Here is Inwosu Ede. Oladipo to Oladeji. Back to Oladipo. Goes back to Nancy Okinwa. Nancy Okinwa's ball found Yena, who is able to find the captain Alani. Nigeria's Okpe is in control now. They look comfortable at this stage, Nigeria.
And it seems the Ghanaians are allowing them to play all the ball.
Brilliant defending from Habiba, but Nigeria can score a second and onto the side post. Delight Inwosu missing from close range. Nigeria still putting pressure on Ghana. This time, Yabua gets the ball away. Throwing for Ghana.
I was just about saying that, the Ghanaians are playing as if they are rather leading, and the Nigerians are chasing them for the equalizer. At this moment, they should be the ones harassing the Nigerians and not the other way around. What is the point in having better possession when you don't make good use of it?
Nigeria leading Ghana with a few seconds into stoppage time to wrap up the first half here in Cape Coast. 13th African Games, Accra 2023. Nigeria leading Ghana 1. Comfort Yeboah's free kick. Nigeria desperately trying to prevent the throw-in, but Ghana gets the throw-in. Abna Numa Opoku in a hurry to take. Kicks one in. The Nigerians will always use their height to advantage. Here is Ghana's Abiba Isa. Abiba sends one in looking for Mefia Nyame. It's too much for Mefia. It's a goal kick. And that's the whistle to wrap up the first half here in Cape Coast. African Games Accra 2023 Women's Football Edition. Finals between two West African rivals who have brought their rivalry alive in Cape Coast once again. Nigeria taking the lead through Lovett Ede after the Ghanaian goalkeeper Afi Amenyeku made a mess of a very harmless ball as the Nigerians head into the break, leading Ghana 1-0. An entertaining, very competitive, and a very, very physically intensive first half between the two West African rivals.
Is there a dull moment in any competition involving Ghana and Nigeria? And I think that's this evening. The crowd, the atmosphere, the competition, the intensity of the game sums it up all.
Lively atmosphere, packed capacity crowd in Cape Coast. Ghana lead possession at 52, Nigeria on 48. The Nigerians have had 6 total attempts with 4 attempts on target. Ghana have the only corner kick of the evening, but at halftime, it's Ghana 0, Nigeria 1. So 2 countries, all of them rated very high globally and continentally in women's football, have an opportunity to stake a claim again, and Ghana hoping to make it host and win, but Nigeria had other ideas coming into the first half. Both teams successfully and smoothly negotiating their way through from the group stages. It was Nigeria who won the toss. Ghana kicked off Initially, the game began with some very physical battles, and like you said, you just can't take that away. Initial free kick that fell to Nigeria, and that was the first attempted goal, interestingly, by the goal scorer, Lovett Ede.
She has been a tormentor in the defense of Ghana. But come the way of Nigeria has been orchestrated by her. Either she has a hand in it, or she would be the chief orchestrator.
And that's the free kick earlier from Tracy Chum. She struggled to really find her feet in this evening's game. Nigeria and Ghana, very physical contest.
I mean, time passed. Time passed, Nana. Time. That's the goal.
That's the incident that resulted in the goal.
I mean, that was it.
Poor decision from the goalkeeper.
If she was not sure, she could just have parried it to.
I think it was an easy catch for her. It was something
how did it slip?
She was in a haste to take it and grab it, and you know, Lovett Ede was right there to punish her. You don't make mistakes like this at the top level like this.
No.
And when the Nigerians got the first goal, the Ghanaians tried to equalize. Mukarama did all she could with a brilliant cutback. Tracy Chum should be scoring, but she was denied by the woodwork.
I mean, she was in a haste to tap the ball in because all she needed was that simple tap and direction.
And here was one of those physical battles. Abiba Issa was caught by the Nigerian Blessing Okpe. And here Mukarama connecting to Comfort Yeboah's free kick, but there was nobody to, you know, have the final touch. Nyame was there. There was also Ophelia and Ponsa, but none of them could make it count. Ede was gifted with another chance, but this time Amenyeku was there to save the situation for Ghana.
Ede has been a thorn in the flesh of the Ghanaians. I mean, this evening, they would have to find a way of dealing with her if they need to stop the Nigerians.
It could have been two, but Nigeria's delight in Wasu was denied by the side post. This was also poor defending from the Ghanaians. They nearly handed the Nigerians a goal on the silver platter.
But Ameneko did well to get it off the line. Just before it went off the line, she did well. At least give her the credit for this one.
Half-time in Cape Coast. Nigeria leading Ghana 1-0.
Not the scoreline the home fans would have wanted.